Okay, it's time for a new pickups video, and as you can see, it's of a mystery parcel, and it's something that I've been waiting or looking for quite a long while in terms of a reasonable price drop. And luck may have it that I managed to find this particular item at a really good price and an offer that I couldn't refuse. It's not brand new, but I'm hoping that the actual condition of the actual product itself is actually in good nick. So far in the past, when it comes to buying secondhand stuff, I've been fairly good with getting items decently in good condition. So I'm hoping that this is the case. Now, I will say today it is a Blu-ray and it is superhero related. And I did have this particular item, the version of it, on DVD. And when we also unbox this particular item, then we'll go into more detail over it. So without further ado, let's get the unboxing rolling. So I can get my scissors, or I could just tear it, I guess. But yeah, this particular item that I was trying to find, it was at a really good price, and it was the last one in stock. So and everywhere, so even at a brand new price, it hasn't really kind of dropped. Although when I was on my walkabouts, obviously didn't run around to Christmas, I did manage to see it, but you know, I'm glad I hesitated, and as you got this, hopefully it's in good condition, and it's so far, touch wood it is, and it's of the 1984 movie Supergirl. So I can fix the sleeve of this because it's kind of moved down a little bit. Now, obviously, I've been on my superhero collection in terms of whether it's DC or Marvel. Still got a long way to go in completing that collection. And obviously, with the new set of films coming out from DC and Marvel, it's gonna be a bit of a long trek in trying to collect everything, because I don't buy them brand new. I just or day release, should I say? I pretty much just wait for a drop, and usually it's a long wait, but it's usually worth it. Now, this is of the 1984 movie, which starred, so I can get this all back up and running again, Helen Slater as Kara Zor, or better known as Supergirl. It starred Faye Dunaway as the main villain, and Peter Cook as one of the characters, and Mark McClure, who didn't the name you might recognize, as he played Jimmy Olsen in the Superman movies, and he reprised his role as Jimmy Olsen in this movie, and Peter O'Toole. So on paper, you would think, you know, it would be a good cast. Music was by Jerry Goldsmith, who obviously knows for us in the Star Trek will know who he is. It was on a budget of $35 million, and unfortunately, when it comes to the box office, it only made $14.3 million. So unfortunately, it didn't do well at the actual cinema. Now, the director of the actual movie, who I won't try to butcher his name because he's a French director, many years, decades later, after directing Supergirl, he would go on to actually directing quite a lot of episodes on the CW stroke WB show Smallville. So he so obviously with directing with Supergirl, he would then go on to do obviously the Young Adventures of quote unquote Superman on the show Smallville. So that's kind of a nice thing, how, you know, people are allowed to redeem themselves. Again, as before, it was a box office bomb. It didn't do well. Now, my personal take on the movie is, storyline, it was kind of a bit all over the place. Music-wise, it wasn't too bad. I think the biggest disappointment is that people wanted Superman to somehow, even if to have a cameo in the actual movie. Now, there were stories of that the original storyline was going to feature Brainiac and was going to involve Christopher Reeves as Superman, and some other stories here and there, which you can look up on Google, so it's not going to be too hard to find. But apparently, they said at the time that Christopher Reeve didn't like the storyline So he decided not, so didn't want to star in it. So apparently they only had a few weeks to rewrite the actual story, and that's apparently the reason why the story plot isn't kind of very good. And then they used the excuse of Superman being off-world, so they don't meet, which I thought was a real shame. And I'm glad that with the CW show, Supergirl, that evolved that ran for a few, the first early seasons, that we eventually did get the Tyler Hoechlin version of Superman, of him obviously teaming up, and so I'm kind of glad that they did it justice. And again, Helen Slater, the actress herself, would then later play Kara Zor-El's adoptive mother in the Supergirl CW show, and also appeared as Supergirl, well, a CGI version of it in with Christopher Reeves in the Flash movie, which came out like a year or two ago. So, but yeah, I think she definitely looked the part. The costume looked really great. Even I thought the special effects were really great as well. And it was kind of really unfortunate that we didn't get to see Helen Slater and Christopher Reeve as their roles as Supergirl and Superman respectively. It would have been nice, and obviously Brainiac, I think it would have done much better, I think. And obviously we would later get many decades later, obviously the CW show, which ran for a good few seasons. Well, I think it's 5, 6 seasons. So at least it had a good run. And obviously now obviously with James Gunn in charge of the DC studios now, they are going to be making a new Supergirl movie based on the story Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, which if you haven't read the story of that, I would recommend either, I don't know if it's available as a graphic novel. It was a 6-part issue. The actual art on it is actually really great as well. So I'm going to be interested to see how they adapt that into the actual movie. But they've cast Millie Alcock as Kara Zor-El. There are rumors that she's meant to cameo in the Superman movie, which, by the way, there's going to be a trailer of it in on Thursday Thursday the 19th. So I don't know if this will be up before then or maybe not. Probably won't be. But yeah, there are rumors about that she's meant to make a cameo appearance now. I don't know how true this is. The Supergirl movie, Woman of Tomorrow, is meant to be released in sometime in 2026. So they should be filming it pretty soon. Obviously, they've got the script ready, and I think the director, pardon me, as well. So I was interested to see that. Hopefully, of the success of Supergirl on the CW series, hopefully they're able to do a live action Supergirl movie and do it actually justice. And I've got confidence that, although James Gunn isn't directing it, whereas he's directing the Superman movie, that he as I've read, that he only greenlit scripts that he deems that have got a good storyline and plot. So I'm hoping that that's going to be good. Now, as I said before, I do own this on DVD. I've had that for many years. Prior to that, it's only when it used to come on TV, which obviously the picture quality back in the day on the CRTVs would have been a bit washed out. And then prior to that, it was just watching it on DVD, which was the next best thing in terms of quality. Now, there was a director's cut version of the DVD, which I was trying to get many years ago before the Blu-ray release, and apparently that's meant to have, obviously with being a director's cut, it's supposed to have more scenes in it. I don't know how much longer or what the difference is in terms of the actual story it adds to the actual story plot or whatnot. I don't know what the difference is going to be. It's going to be interesting to sit there and watch the movie to see what it's going to be like. So I wanted to sit there and get that, but every time I wanted to get the director's cut version on DVD, it's something that I would have had to have imported, and which would have been obviously in the UK it never came out officially, so I would have had to have imported it, and it was quite expensive. And then when they were going to release this on Blu-ray, I did hear that the Blu-ray version of it is supposed to be the director's cut version of it, and this version of it is a 12, and my DVD copy, if I can find it, should be here. Actually, it's actually the same image, actually. As you can see here, it's actually a PG here in the UK. And obviously you can see it's Faye Dunaway, Helen Slater, and Peter O'Toole. So you can see that's it's PG. And then this version of it is, I can zoom in it a tiny bit, is a 12 rating. So be interested to see what the difference is going to. Who knows? I might even do a review of it if people are interested, or maybe a short YouTube review. The thing that's bugging me with YouTube short now is that you used to be able to do either 15-second long videos, or you could do 1 minute. Now they've changed it to still 15, but now it's 3 minutes. So I wish I'd kept the minutes. I don't know why they didn't keep it 15, 1 minute, 3 minutes. I mean, you could have picked between those different durations of the YouTube shorts. But then YouTube always know best. And as you can see, the Blu-ray is in excellent condition, which I'm kind of pleased about. No scratches, no damages, no cracks. So I've been fortunate. Again, as usual, I don't know if this is the case with the North American version, but there's no digital copy with this version of Supergirl on Blu-ray. So that's kind of rather unfortunate. In terms of the special features, I'm trying to see if there's if it's really any different. I'm gonna have a look. The only thing that's kind of different here is obviously on the DVD version is that there's commentary. Is that there's not pretty much nothing on it. It's just commentary and the theatrical trailer, and that's all you kind of get with the movie. And with the Blu-ray version of it, the DVD version of it, it's 5.1 Dolby Digital, aspect ratio 2:40 widescreen color, runtime 120 minutes, so that's approximately 2 hours. Languages English, hearing impaired English, subtitles English, and it's a dual layer format. And it does say it's a PG, contains mild violence and language, so be very aware of that if you've got young children. Trying to see if there's any it's 5 minutes longer, so according to this. So the running time on this Blu-ray version is 125 minutes, whereas the other one is 120, so it's 5 minutes longer. So let's hope that those extra 5 minutes are kind of worthwhile, and they never sometimes give you the full vault of the deleted scenes, kind of like Back to the Future, obviously, when they filmed it with Eric Stoltz, and obviously Michael Fox replaced him. And it would be interesting to sit there and see how much of that, but it's probably in a vault somewhere, maybe never to be released. And it says, our wonderful wacky work sparked Cook's oomph, Dunaway's crackle, and superstar of power sensational Slater, and that's Rita Kemplay of the Washington Post. I have to read if I can actually read this, but it's probably too. Even my glasses is far too small to actually read. And I don't know why they do that, and even with my glasses, I still can't see it. Again, we'll open this up. Again, it's a little bit disappointing that there is no that they've not put any artwork on there, which is something that the Warner Brothers do a lot on their Blu-rays, especially the superhero ones, and Marvel do exactly the same thing, where it's just a boring blue or that is wherever they do put on the disc. To me, when you've got like your characters of your movies, it's very easy to showcase. I don't think it hurts to sit there and to put the artwork of the actual character on the actual disc, which I think is a bit lazy. With the Superman ones, the Superman collection, which I got on Blu-ray and even on DVD, which you've seen on my YouTube channel, they did have the decency to put the Superman artwork from each of the Superman movies on the actual disc itself. And again, I think it's a missed opportunity not to kind of do that in terms of putting some kind of artwork in it. But as long as the disc plays, that's the most important thing. But it just would be nice. And again, you're not going to see the disc once it's inside your Blu-ray player, so I guess they don't really care. Again, the disc looks totally brand new. Again, you can see the case in the inside of it. No dirt, no smudges, no scratches. Even on the disc itself, it looks virtually brand new. The only thing it's missing is the brand new smell, which again, as I said before, I've been very fortunate when it comes to buying secondhand media, whether it's games, well, some games anyway, where, you know, for example, the disc isn't damaged, the casing isn't too badly damaged. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know if they've done any work in terms of restoration, in you know, in cleaning up the movie on Blu-ray, or whether they've just done a pretty much a bog standard transfer. I suppose that, considering that they don't probably really care, and they don't really really market the Supergirl 84 movie, that they're probably going to not put that much an effort into it. And some of that you can tell by the fact that there's not a lot of extras. Now, there must be in the vaults of Warner Brothers extras of behind the scenes, you know, of them doing special effects of the actual movie. And again, as I said before, although the storyline isn't very good, the special effects in terms of the flying effects are actually pretty good. It's what you come to expect from the Superman movies with Christopher Reeve. Obviously, by the time they got to Superman 4, the Quest for Peace, obviously they had that budget cut and the special effects really went to crap. So and that really badly, and that came out obviously in 1987. So that really aged. I'll give you a brief review of the movie, and what I thought of it. Might as well just do it here and now. So it happens where there's this device, or this Omegahedron or something like that, from Supergirl's world. Unfortunately goes missing, and Supergirl now has to go to Earth to try and find the particular artifact. And I don't know if it's inner space or outer space. It's just really weird. And then she uses the disguise of Linda Lee and tries to blend into being a schoolgirl to try and obviously find the actual device. And then you've got the Faye Dunaway character, who seems to be into witchcraft, and basically ends up finding about the device and wants to use it to become all powerful, and you know, and trying to control the world, is what all villains try to do. And then Kara falls in love for the first time. We then are introduced to Lois Lane's sister, Lucy Lane, which obviously we heard about her in the comics and some TV media, like in Smallville. We've seen her character, and even in we've seen her in Supergirl. But then in Superman and Lois, obviously, because that's set on a different Earth, it's like she doesn't exist. So then she becomes friends with Linda Lee, aka Supergirl, and we then meet Jimmy Olsen, and that's the only real actor or link from the Superman movies. And obviously Supergirl ends up falling in love, and then tries to you know, does the typical Superman thing, trying to save people. And then the Faye Dunaway character gets jealous, and then she eventually gets the device and then banishes Supergirl to the Phantom Zone. And then it's a matter of her, with the help of an old friend, that has to escape the Phantom Zone and then battle the evil Faye Dunaway. Although there's a bit of it that's quite nasty that towards the end of it, in terms of what Faye Dunaway conjures, because apparently she's supposed to be a witch of some kind. But yeah, that's basically the basis of the actual movie. Again, as somebody that's a superhero fan of the Superman family, I liked it for what it was, and as I get older, I appreciate it a little bit more. But again, it's a bit of a disappointment because there's not a meaty villain, and obviously we don't get to see her and Superman, and obviously we're about to get to Superman and 4. There's no mention of Supergirl ever being there, or even was Jimmy Olsen even mentioning it. And it's a shame that we didn't get the original script, because you know, it would have been interesting to see how things would have been gone about with Brainiac, which I think would have been a much stronger villain. Apparently they were going to use the Brainiac character. Well, we already saw he's off the Milton Find character in the final season of Superman and Lois season 4, and apparently they were going to, in that show, if it had carried on, we would have seen development of Brainiac as a much more serious villain, and even possibly even Darkseid. Now there are rumors that Brainiac is supposed to be in the Superman movie. I don't know how true that is. Obviously, we'll find out maybe in the teaser trailer or of the official synopsis, or obviously when it finally comes out in July 2025. But yeah, it's just a shame that we didn't get the original conception of the Supergirl movie with Superman and Brainiac, because I do think that Helen Slater definitely looks the part of Supergirl, like she's been, and I think it was her first acting role in a movie as well. So I did think she was really good in terms of in looking the part, and in terms of the way she was flying in the air, like how Krista Reed was on the wire work. She actually looks really good in that. So it's a real shame that it's one of the things where, and obviously they have done Supergirl in other media, where it's obviously with the comics, in the anime, in the DC animated movies, Justice League Unlimited, we've had Supergirl in that, different incarnations of that. So yeah, although that some people didn't like the Supergirl CW show, that people use the term woke or whatever it is they want to, where they want to invent. And yeah, I liked it at first, and I do think Melissa Benoist was really good in the role. She really played the part and fit the part. And although for me it did kind of wane off towards the last couple of towards the end, the one thing that you can say is that she kept the role of Supergirl alive enough to make it popular enough to get them to consider making a given another crack at a Supergirl live action movie, which obviously is, again, will be Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow in 2026, starring Millie Alcock. And we have recently seen Supergirl in season 2 of My Adventures with Superman. So, and I thought that interpretation of Supergirl was really good in that. So at least they're keeping the character alive. And obviously with season 3, obviously we're going to be seeing more of Supergirl, and apparently Superboy, the clone one. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to obviously the Superman movie in 2025, and obviously the Supergirl movie in 2026. So I'm here's hoping that we get a cameo of Supergirl in the Superman movie, and maybe even Superman appearing in the Supergirl movie as well somehow, cameoing back, so they, swapping vice versa. Although they did hint in the Man of Steel, they did hint that Supergirl was around there, but they didn't hint it too much. Who knows, because obviously that's finished now. So yes, that's the Supergirl 1984 Blu-ray unboxing. Anyway, I hope people enjoyed this unboxing video. Please feel free to share with your friends and family. If you can also give this video a thumbs up, I would highly appreciate that. This will allow people to find my YouTube channel, and this is because of YouTube algorithms favor the bigger YouTubers, so their channels get advertised on the YouTube recommendation page. So a comment or any questions you want to ask, or a thumbs up or a comment, or will actually help elevate my channel. I forgot to mention that I did pick this up for £6.70, brand new on eBay, and it was free delivery as well. So at that price, I could not refuse it, £6.70, because the most I've seen it for was £8.99 or a shade under a tenner. So for me, it's an absolute bargain. Anyway, if you like stuff like this, when it comes to Blu-ray unboxings, my DVD collection, which you can see one of the things here. Whether it's Blu-ray unboxings, my DVD collection, my Blu-ray Steelbook. I've actually got one Blu-ray Steelbook that I purchased the other day, which I'm gonna film at some point. Video game unboxings, video game playthroughs. I'm trying to think what else I do. Food and drink reviews, clothing pickups, gadget reviews, movie and TV memorabilia. I've got some stuff coming. I don't know if I'll show you this something very, very quickly. I got this coming soon. so I won't spoil too much about what that is, but it's absolutely really great. So I've got that to unbox. I'm trying to think what else I do. There's rant videos, my vlog, which I do once a month. Movie and TV reviews, which is kind of very rare. I do sometimes YouTube shorts. My video game collection, which I might showcase my GameCube collection, and maybe my Super Nintendo as well, and then obviously my PlayStation, and maybe or currently what I've got on the PS2, maybe the PlayStation 1 and my Xbox One and the original Xbox, and whatever it is I seem to have, maybe even my DVD collection over time, and obviously my Blu-ray collection. And obviously I've got things like comic books, whether it's comic books old or new. I've graphic novels to do comic books, and also statues and figures, which I've still, there's a good few that I need to sit there and do. So keep a lookout for that if you're into those kind of things. So yeah, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you want to see all those goodness. I've got a lot of stuff to upload and to film. Hopefully should be showcasing that during the Christmas period, and maybe who knows what other goodies I get at Christmas. So I'll be showing you my Christmas pickups. I'll do the videos individually on the particular items, so keep an eye out for that, and keep subscribe to my channel if you want to see all those goodness. Speaking of subscribing, last Christmas we hit 500 subs. I mean, a few months ago we hit 600 subscribers, and now we're nearly at 800 subscribers. We're nearly there. I'm only about maybe 25 subs away from nearly hitting 800 subs. I'm really kind of taken aback, because I didn't think, compared to where I was last year, well, it was 500, and then was it last Christmas, and now I'm nearly at 800, and that's nearly a 300 extra new subscribers, and that's kind of really nice. And it's kind of really nice when you get people sitting there and saying that they like your content, or they ask questions, and I'm always ready to answer questions of people on a particular product if people you know, want something answered, or they want to make an inquiry about something. So yeah, a big thank you to the subscribers, old and new. I really appreciate all of you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, I've got a lot of stuff I've got coming up, as I said before. So again, thank you to the subscribers, old and new. Without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am, because it's not me that makes the channel, it's you guys that subscribe, and when it comes to the viewership and liking the videos. So I wouldn't be where I am without you guys today. So a big thank you to all of you, and if I could name and thank every one of you, I actually would, but obviously that's a impossible task. As I said, we're nearly at 800 subscribers, so hopefully we'll get there soon. Who knows, maybe before the end of 2024, who knows, and that's asking a bit much. And the big milestone I want to hit is 1,000, and that's going to be still a long way to go, but we'll get there sooner rather than later. I do live stream on Twitch, but I haven't been doing it as much because there's a lot of stuff that's going on in my personal life and health issues that have been going on. And obviously now we've got Christmas coming up, so with less than a week, so things have been hectic. But I did stream and a day ago playing Forza, and I am going to try and do the final mission of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, the very last story mission. So I'm going to do that definitely before Christmas Day. So maybe Christmas Eve or a few days before that, or the days leading up to it. I'm definitely going to finish that up. And so follow me on Twitch. It's the same name as my YouTube name, Ryan Ricardo. And just add 76 at the end of that. So it's Ryan Ricardo 76. I will leave the link in the description box. You can find me on there. And if you don't, I normally export the gameplay of my games to YouTube unless they don't have copyright music in it. So please follow me on there. I'm on 45 followers. I want to at least get to 50 at least. I do live stream on YouTube as well, but it's on a rare occasion. It's going to be mostly casual gaming, so it'll be sports games, beat 'em ups, shoot 'em ups, platform games, nothing kind of too serious. Even if you do miss the live stream, which you can hit the notification button to know when I do live stream, I will keep the video up of my live stream, so you can watch it whenever you have the free time to watch it, if you want to. So yeah, it would be nice to have you know, the live viewership. But if you don't, you can't make it, the videos will be kept up so you can watch it. Anyway, it just leaves me to say, wherever in the world, please stay safe, Please keep warm because it's absolutely freezing over here in the UK. And if I don't know when this video will upload, but I'd like to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and all the best for the upcoming 2025. Bye for now.